Okie dokie, I think it is time to get back in there. Pathfinder King. We're gonna load a game. Don't want this, we want this. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go here. We got things to do. We got our pals have quests for us. Let's see, it's Ubalos, Aram. Who else? Someone else. Weep. Knock Knock. Yes, Knock Knock had something he needed us to do. Okay, so Lost Dwarven Fortress, Ologs, and the Consequent Fates. Okay. People of Varnhold will be fine while we... Alright, Ekin needs to do this. Go without rest before... Or out. It's actually probably... And we're guaranteed to cook it, so... Begin rest.
Why Lindsay smells so bad? Ugh, like flowers. Clean flowers.
Oh, knock, 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 knock.
I will take that compliment in the spirit it was given, so thank you.
Sure thing, Lindsay. But this should let us march. Let's just head to Oleg's. And we'll just kind of go where we need to from there. Curator needs your help. Oh, damn it. Because our culture hit 40. Okay. Later. Spotted enemies. Evade them, please, and keep going. Enter. Okay, so this is Knock Knock's thing.
All according to plan.
Let's talk to Oleg, I guess, to start. Heard you had some problem. Oh, no, those are goblins. Okay. You stumble across an ugly scene. A ragged pile of goblins. They are hiccuping violently, laughing, then hiccuping again. The air is so thick with alcohol fumes, flies dead in the dirt, and an odd vinegar smell as well. Because the goblins have gotten into Oleg's stock and drank of its contents. Barrels lie in splinters around the area, not a single one intact. Knock knock. Knock knock surveys the goblin pile, then glances at you the truck. No problem here. Normal day for a tribe. Be worse if holiday. Is this your tribe? Knock knock sniffs. Yes! Sniffs again and you suddenly become more aware of the vinegar smell. They've marked this as home. It will be hard to make them leave this home though. Glance around in disapproval. It's much smaller than Capital. Capital would have more room for them. Not have to lie in pile. Be lying down drunk everywhere. He turns to one of the group in front of the knights. You, Runny Longlegs, why did you stop running? Why make home here? Goblin lifts his head slightly, his tiny eyes blearily red. His legs are indeed long, and folded back almost like a grasshopper. Kept getting chased. No place to settle down. Got hungry. And caught. Sent here. Now, caught? By who? Big Shanks. Bigger than you. Longlegs blinks and scratches the side of his head with his foot. Fatter. Smelled better. Big club. Eating sheep. Tried to share sheep with us by taking one. Small one in the night while he snore. But we not ask first, so he got mad. Looks like a giant. Don't know one. After eating half of us, he got so full. Afraid to trip. Say, if we find him something to wash other goblins down with because they still squirming in his gut, he let us go. Knew a place, here at Post, but had to sample cats to be sure. Some appreciation, that is. Look, ain't just of any old swill to the monster that swallowed your friends. You have to be sure it'll complement such coarse meat. Perhaps I should write a guide on pairing drinks for goblin cuisine. Make them leave, or I'll do it myself. Listen, Knock Knock Big Hero. You do what Knock Knock say, but Knock Knock frowns, his ear twitching. Tell me where Big Shanks now. Or he expect you back. Big Shanks follow you? Yes, he did. At that moment, there's another waft of foul air, and a shadow falls on the ground. All the goblins in the pile lift their head at the new arrival, a towering hill giant with mismatched coveralls. A necklace of hands and skulls, and a makeshift club composed of several timbers tied together with rope. He looks very, very angry, not just at the pile of goblins, but the splintered empty barrels. At him! Knock Knock, be ready. The hill giant turns to you as if in challenge, points to himself, and gives a rumbling growl of control. Then turns to the goblins, his hands clenched. Hand clenches on the club, and the growl grows louder. He points at the goblin, then points at his belly, the intent clear. The goblins do not respond, not even Longlegs. Their eyes remain wide, frozen. Suddenly, Longlegs makes a high-pitched squeak and points at Knock Knock. He our leader. He a hero. He make us drink everything we promised. Also, he made us eat your sheep. Eat him, an ugly friend. Hill Giant snarls, lifts his club, then turns to you and Knock Knock and thrusts out his chin, pounding his chest, giving a thundering series of grunts that sound like a challenge. Knock Knock blinks. Eat ungun. Duck says not in mood to share. Says the half-shanks are their guts to his to eat. You can understand him? I can. Got caught by hill giants once. Kept as a toy for that kid, until ran away. Well, do something about it. Knock Knock hesitates for a moment, then presents an open palm, then taps with a finger. Suddenly realize he just did what seems to be the goblinoid version of trade. I think he's asking what Munguk want, but not about food, but currency, something of value. To your surprise, Munguk looks sad. His eyebrows collapse and he gives a low grunt. His anger seems to have cooled down, and he makes a rumble, staring off into space with a half-lidded gaze. Doesn't seem drunk, merely sad. Gives a grumble, then a sigh, and a low, exhaling rumble. Knock Knock nods, listening, then translates. Think. Munguk not happy. Not hungry, just lonely. Says, came looking for mate to be happy. Came here looking for mate to be happy. Knock Knock wrinkles his face in disgust and shivers. Still he keeps going. But when he come no wife, goblins take his favorite half-sheep entrails, drink liquor he send them for, and he have nothing. Life? Really? Bad for him. Cutting off legs be better than finding mate. Can you tell him to look elsewhere for a wife? Knock Knock shrugs, then emits a series of what passes for rumbles, and he makes a slow, sack-shaped gesture in the air, then points to the gate of the fort. Munguk shakes his head slowly and sighs again, a low grumble in his belly. No, he said he'd look everywhere. Well, send him somewhere. Knock Knock gives a reluctant nod, then makes an interrogatory grumble. Munguk looks confused, at which Knock Knock repeats himself more firmly. He traces his fingers across his palm as if providing a map, and the giant looks blearily at it. Munguk absorbs this dully, then glances at the goblins. He gives a short, dismissive grunt, then glances back at Knock Knock and shrugs. Then, to your surprise, he lumbers out, club over shoulders. That worked. Well done, Knock Knock. Just makes sense to him with words like real hero. Then Munguk to capital. Lots of women. All. You have all. What? Why did you do that? I not counsel well, but hero, good at you. Goblin seemed ready to bolt. You catch Longlegs slowly uncurling himself from a pile, apparently ready to run. You notice a number of the goblins are looking at Knock Knock with a strange fascination. Dealing with the giant must have impressed them. Alright, Knock Knock deal with your tribe. Knock Knock steps forward and gives a series of cracking hisses to get attention, and all the goblins stare at him. After their eyes are on him, Knock Knock, his eyes narrowed, goes to each one of them in turn and raps them twice on the head. Hard. They wince but say nothing, except for one feeble groan from a goblin more sober than the rest. Ain't great deal with you. You need to go to bigger place or I hit you again. I show you. Goblins stare blankly at this. Knock Knock sighs. Me big hero, follow me, take you to new place. The goblins nod and begin to untangle themselves, but they are doing what Knock Knock says. Some of them are beating their heads. Big hero, Knock Knock, take care of them. All good. Where are you taking them? Capital big enough? Yes, capital. All you. Oh my, just... Jubilos stands with his mouth open for a few moments, obviously at a loss for words, then sighs with a defeated look on his face. Oh my. The end of your journey just drew closer. Much closer. To your horror, the goblins scamper away, running in all directions, but toward the direction of your capital city. Okay. Well... Great.
In due time.
Okay, well that's gonna put that on the deal with later list, I guess. Okay. Running to deal with that. Oh, on the edge. Okay, so we need to also take care of this place. Murder camp? Hidden camp. There. Alright, we'll be sure to do that. To the inconsequent debates. Unguk's drunken rage. Alright, Tristan. Take care of that, please.
The crushing defeat of the Bandit King and his countless forces. A mighty troll empire invading the kobolds. Disease. Conquering half of the world. And now this.
Conquering half the
I don't
world.
even have to make anything up.
Where'd you get that from, Lindsay?
Romantic maximalism and vulgar hyperbole are stock and trade of amateurs and graphomaniacs. Oh, who am I talking to? No one here even understands these words.
Lindsay probably does. This way. We need to find our way. Peaceful travelers. Let's see what they're about. Hey, it's the skeletal salesman again. Where's a shock S-stock +2? Yeah, I think we just buy that. Because that's a +2 S-stock that deals extra damage. So, do we have anything to get rid of? We don't need this. That. that, I suppose. Else worth selling? Holden? Let's equip our new boy. 14 to 25 damage when equipped. For me. That was not equipped the way I wanted it, but gotta do it like that. You can sell that too, huh? We've got the shock S stock. We don't need the other S stock. All right. Wait, when did our AC get up to 31? That seems like a lot. Not complaining. Plus 17 to hit. There we go. Save before we take part in the debates. Enter. Nerd Zotentropel. A very pale gnome with dull bristled hair is approaching, scribbling something but busily on a small scroll, not looking up as you approach. Ah, here you are at last. Go, read the rules quickly. They're posted a little further along. The other teams have already arrived a while ago. The host said we'll start as soon as you show up and read the rules. Of course, I'm famous enough for my admirers to follow my every move, but still, I'd like to know, how did you know we were coming? Gnome shrugs. Host said so. Ah, well, are you going to waste time? Read the rules and we'll start. Fixing his glasses, Jubilos looks at the paper describing the rules. Well, let's see. Out loud so that everyone can hear. Rules of the inconsequent debates, year to be added later. I see the authors didn't overstrain themselves, so the rules. Item 1. Obey the host in everything. Item 2. Come in triplets. Item 3. No fighting, no killing each other, even temporarily, even if you really want to, even if you apologize later. Item 4, the most important one. The participant must assume the shape of a giant frog. A frog? What does that have to do with anything? Are those the right rules for the competition? What irresponsible wordmonger met... What's this? Am I a frog? Examine rules. Something is obviously wrong here. Examination offers nothing. Just like anything else that involves Fae, the scroll looks ordinary and suspicious at the same time. I don't know what to believe. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. So you're just going to leave it as is? Let Lindsay buy some time. I'll talk to the other... Don't worry about anything. I'll go run to the host and ask him a few questions for my book. It'll buy you some time. You start looking for whoever's responsible for this. Pale gnome reads aloud enthusiastically, and the young wizard desperately thrashed about in his fetters, but all in vain. The shoots of the plants held him tightly. The nymph, cruel and beautiful, sneered at him, and immediately what? And immediately anything! The left frog is mocking the right one. Does this book ever end? I thought the wizard would die in the last chapter while he was running from the horde of unicorns through fields of giant fly traps. Oh, like you understand anything about literature, you stupid toad. Ah, hello again, travelers. Seems I haven't introduced myself. I'm Nerd Zopentropel, and these two idiots are my brothers, Vire and Luar. Why are you calling these frogs your brothers? These fools read the rules, and the rules are charmed. Anyone who reads them turns into a frog. So now I have 2 frog brothers. I guess I'll leave them as they are. When else will I ever have a chance to laugh so much? And why are they both frogs? Did they read them together? Yes. Nah. Shut up, Laura. Of course we did. Read them when you transformed. Now we're sitting and croaking. Suffer from the bleaching, don't you? She is dying from the bleaching. It's alright. I've still got a fair bit of fight left in me. The Zotan troubles don't go down easy. My brothers and I lost our killer long ago, but death still hasn't taken us. You participating? Sure. Although, really, we're just here to see the show. We figured it would be fun, and we were right.
Focus on the goal.
Little kobold raises his little snotty. Greetings! Why do you have those jerboas there? They say, need 3. I know friends. I know 3. I know friends. Wanted to go very much. Got this jump mice. Now we 3. Participate. It's like a spell's cast over my friend when you read the rules. Anything like that to you? I don't read. Gnome help me. Read for me. Loud. But then scream. I scared. So what do you want to ask the host if you want? I dragon. I'll become dragon.
That is not far.
Greetings. I am Sir Alfred, the loyal follower of the tentacles of Yamade. Knight, noble, and crusader from Mendev. Tentacles. My knightly motto used to be courteous even in death, but I'm afraid it must now be changed to severing the tentacles of evil. In just a few phrases, he managed to pull more pomposity on us than I can manage in a week. Quite a talent. So you're a Mendevian crusader. Truly spoken. I hope you have heard about our glorious tentacles. Our order fights demons fearlessly, preventing their tentacles from spreading across the world. You participating in the debates? I most certainly am, by my tentacles. I've come here to carry out the will of my tentacles and set a good example for my tentacles. And possibly to find a new way to fight tentacles. That is, demons, if I win. The Fae might answer all my tentacles. Yeah. Before you leave, let me ask you, in the name of tentacles, don't consider it idle curiosity. What need brought you to the tentacles debate? That would be me. I asked the band's help in this in this endeavor because winning will let us ask what made the tentacle what caused the gnome to leave the first world. For me, these tentacles are something more than mere scientific curiosity. I'm amazed at how inquisitive the tentacles of your mind are, sir. I admit it's the first tentacles that's ever talked to such a learned frog. Tentacles! Forgive me for my ignorance, but it never crossed my mind that my feeble tentacle that you are the educated ones among your race. For the love of Desna, I'm not a frog. Let it be known to you, sir, that you are speaking to Jubilos Northople, well-known publicist and researcher. This shape is but the consequence of a silly prank. I am a gnome, and that is why I'm participating in the debates, to learn how my race received the affliction called the bleaching and discover a way to fight it. In that case, I wish our worthy rival good tentacles. In the name of truth, justice, and tentacles! Wow, there's just like a monkey hanging out. Wait, one moment. Okay, I guess we need to talk to the host to start. Alright, I apparently accidentally cast the shield spell. Didn't mean to do that, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It starts the same, and then item 4, the most important one. The participant must say tentacles at least every 10 words. Wait, did it work? Not a frog anymore? Think tentacles. Wait, what was that? I meant to say think Desna. I'm probably just tentacles. Wait, tie it, just tie it. It makes me say tentacles. Ah! Okay. You want me to read those tentacles again? Fine, fine. It can't get any worse than tentacles. Starts the same then. Item 4, the most important one. The participant must routinely into desperate screaming fits. If this rule scroll is really charmed, it will be so much fun! Did I really just scream that? I am the model of academic tact and restraint. What is going on, for the love of Desna?
In due time.
Okay, so... Okay. The little kobold said one of you helped him read the rules. Yeah, that's true, but he wasn't trying to read the frog rules. They're different on every poll. One turns you into a frog, another makes you say tentacles, and the third one makes you scream like crazy. Hilarious, right? Not remotely. You are confused, my friends. If one of you read the rules for the kobold, why isn't one of you screaming? How is it both of your brothers were turned into frogs, and if Nerd already saw what happened and knew the rules were charmed, why did she tell Streetus? You suspect us of something? Why would we charm the rules and read them ourselves? We'll make you read them and put a spell on you. Because you're gnomes! Only a gnome could think of playing a joke on everyone around and then joyfully get caught in their own prank. You're far-sighted and loud-voiced. I like you. Answer clearly, did you charm these rules? Why are you picking on us? Our sister's the one who did it. I'm snitching, Lure. You're just jealous that it was the nerd who came... It was Nerd who came up with the idea. And why did you do it? It was so boring. So we did it. Think about how funny it'll be. Debates where all the participants are screaming or talking about tentacles or croaking. But we're honest players, so we charmed ourselves too. We wouldn't want unfair and valid revenge. Oh, I say... just... Fine, pray. Amazingly, you lost size with relief. Ah, there you are. Glad I found you. Stalled for as long as I could, but now it's time to begin. Let's go quickly. The hooded creature looks mundane, but after looking for a time, one might notice the figure's contours tremble and flow as if in a haze. Welcome to the inconsequent debates. You can call us the host. We are the reason for all that happens here today. You've read the rules, have you not? Not that there's anything useful in them. We only made up the real rules the day after tomorrow, then forgot them and had to make new ones. So it's simple. You want, as your reward, for us to answer a question. So the competition will involve answering questions. We ask you, and one in each triplet answers, and always the same one. The others can only prompt. Let's see. You, little kobold. You, Sir Alfred. You, Nerd. And you, Jimmy Pathfinder. Remember one thing. Here at the Inconsequent Debates, there are no right or wrong answers. Every answer has weight, and each will be weighed. Don't choose the lightest one. Your rival might find a heavier argument, and most importantly, light answers are no fun at all. Let's begin. If you look so serious. First, we'll begin with a question about weighty matters. What can move a mountain? We've lost Lindsay. What's our answer? Oh, I shouldn't have skipped my philosophy lessons at Academy. Such problems baffle me. It's not because I can't think of an answer, but because I think 1,000 of them at once and I don't know where I can hide them from. Its own will. Faith and divine intervention. Do you hear, my faithful tentacles? Faith nourishes us. With faith, with devout faith in our hands and our righteous cause, everything was within our tentacles. Teleportation spell. I could probably moving a hill or two. In fact, that gives me an idea. We've heard you, now you hear us. Of course, gods and magic can move mountains, but using that answer is good for any question. How can one jump over the house? Magic. How to paint a faint pencil using blue paint? Divine intervention. Such light answers are the weakest. Good answer is its own will. Will and desire lie at the base of all motions, action, and decision. Mountain has a will, it will surely find a way to move. It was an interesting round. Let the next question be heard. What weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? Glory. Say glory. Dula stops, stressed, obviously waiting for the curse to work. Glory. I don't know this. Maybe it's dragon? It's the knight's heart. I swear by my tentacles it can belong to himself or to his righteous cause or to his great tentacles. It can't belong to everybody. Yeah, look at how I can roll my eyes. Fools, concentrate on the competition. This won't do. We won't accept the answers from the Zoltentropel triplet this round. But you are a spectacular eye roller. Now, as for the other answers, heart is not the best answer. Even among knights, there are many whose hearts belong to a beautiful woman. And a beloved mother, plus their friends, their commander, their righteous cause, and a delicious lunch. Especially a delicious lunch. And it doesn't seem that those hearts that belong to many grow any weaker. Glory is a poor answer. Only an extremely egoistic person who does not wish to share credit would think it belonged to many. One's glory does not diminish anyone's else's. We're almost prepared to agree on the dragon, but alas, no one gains victory in this round. Here, the third question. Each of us is born at the same time with a monster. Each day we live it, it grows, it can torment, bring us joy, or kill us without a single wound. What is it? At last, a word I don't mind screaming. Knowledge! From birth, a person begins accumulating it. Knowledge, and it grows with experience every day. It can raise us up or strike us down. Maybe it's dragon? It's curiosity. It is born with us. It grows day by day. It saves us from the bleaching, and if only you knew how many it's killed. I don't know if the answer will do, but the greatest tentacles is the one that lives inside us. We grow a tentacles beast in our soul. We feed it with wrath, neglect, and tentacles. Eventually, it could break free and kill us, but tentacles must admit, the same beast gives strength to villains and tentacles. Poison we feed our monsters only nourishes them. Interesting answers. Except for the dragon. The dragon doesn't count, alas. Curiosity is also insufficient. Monster we describe must be by its own nature grow. Many see their curiosity dim of the end. We like the answers about knowledge, the inner beast, but both are somewhat light. Are we expecting something more substantial? He declared that both Sir Alfred and Jimmy Pathfinder, along with their triplets, shall share the victory for this round, but remember, a victory shared by two is half the victory. One final trial and we will sum up the results. I go tired of questions. Do you know the game Knight, Dragon, Snag? Knight defeats the dragon burns the snag, but if the knight walks in the woods, he will stumble on the snag and die. That's why the snag defeats the knight. Children's games. Great! These are the inconsequent debates. Why not play a game? So, break up into pairs and yell out your chosen word at the signal. The one who shouts knight defeats the one who shouts dragon. The one who shouts dragon defeats the one who shouts snag, and snag defeats knight. We'll play Sir Alfred against the kobold, and Zoltentropel against the baron. The winners will then play each other. The first pair ready? Yell on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so oh, this was all too. Okay, so Snag? Snag! Ah, damn it, I meant to cheat, but didn't have time to think of how. Dragon won! Won! Snag. We cannot but pronounce the Baron the winner of this round. And now it's time. Time to announce the winner of the debates. To full test the triplet of the Baron and Sir Jubilost win. It was most amusing, children. Most amusing. You should know that this is rare praise from us. Congratulations, sir and ladies. I swear by my tentacles it was a worthy struggle. Baron, as the voice of your triplet, you may ask us the one question promised and another question besides that. As an extra reward for the ingenuity or luck you displayed in the competition. Jimmy Pathfinder, do you remember? Fate of the no... Jubilost suddenly stops talking, he opens and closes his mouth but makes not a sound. Have a silent spell, mate. I love it. Now what's he going to do? Come, brothers, let's run. Want to know why the gnomes left the first world? There's the question. Knew it would be asked, but a simple answer, a light answer, has no value, right? We hope our debates convinced you of this. That is why we present to you another answer. A good one. A valuable one. Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is 5th and 10. It will be easy to find if you read who opened the road for the ancient dead men. It is Black-feathered messenger. The second is a dozen times in a dozen. It's thrice the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now. It's not yet time. Wait until he is born twice. Will be twice be defeated. Put the numbers together when the moon leaves her path near the waters of the Candlemere. Find the one who will open the secret. A heap of senseless mumble instead of a first walk the road, then you may. But in the end, won't. Let's ask. I don't know. How do you organize this? You were bored. That's the Fae for you. Try living multiple eternities like us. Your views on entertainment might change radically. That was your final question. I have the answer we need, and yet we don't. It's an adventure. Jimmy Pathfinder will have to discuss this on our return to the capital. Farewell, Jimmy Pathfinder. Ah, we almost forgot. You, little creature. You didn't win, but you managed to make us laugh. You want to come with us? No promises you'll turn into a dragon, but still. Take my friends? Yes? Alright, fine. Listen all, the inconsequent debates are now closed. Spare all of you the effects of the Zotentropal tricks, and bid you farewell. Well, that was amusing.
All according to plan.
Alright, now we just need to take care of Aram's little mission, and we'll be good, I guess? Well, at least be ready to head to Varnhold, probably. Alright, let's go claim this resource real quick. Should we stop by the Tenebrous Steps?
Tire.
There's a scandal in the capital. Okay. Need to take care of that when we get back. Probably actually need to go back the other way because we need to cross this
There was
river.
eating and sleeping and dreaming of sleeping and eating.
Simple minds, simple pleasures.
Yep. Okay, Jubilost. How many times do we need you to take care of your people, huh? Tax collectors work for you. You need to get that shit under control. Try to avoid the enemies. Evade and down we go. Enter. Let's throw down a quick save. Quick. Because there is an adamantine golem supposedly stomping
Follow my
around.
lead.
Look, look! Help has arrived! Hurrah! Praise Torog! Please don't say that too loudly with Harem right here.
Enemy approaching.
God. Oh, God! How are we supposed to deal with this, you think?
I grant you death.
Oh, okay. That... Maybe this won't be much of a problem after all.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, that is a +3 to hit? Okay. Woof.
this should do it.
Cannot hide from me.
Not used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Okay, we have done, I guess, what we needed. That's good, because, oh my god. Golem freezes. Inside it, something vibrates in harmony, and the dents left by your weapons quickly repair. Aram approaches the metal monster and examines it from head to toe. An invincible idol made of an indestructible metal. Another proof of our empty pride. Every master wishes to create something that will outlive them, but why? So that their creation will live on a short while before returning to dust with the rest of the universes? Ha! Masters, master. Aram pulls the key. To surprise, the whole lock comes out of the golem's body along with the key. As Harem stands amazed, the monster falls to pieces as if it were not made of the strongest metal in the world, but of rotten wood. Hail to Baron Jimmy Pathfinder! Please stop praising Torog. I have to keep... Every day it's a struggle to keep Harem from just banning the religion outright. One of the dwarves, clearly their leader. A gray-haired man with actually incredibly bright red hair. The massive symbol of Torog around his neck jumps down from the hillock where the dwarves climb to escape the golem. Looks at Harem and what he's done astounded. How? How did you do it? It's impossible. Impossible! I don't know. Don't know. Harem, you've broken metal with your bare hands before. What? What did that happen, Jimmy Pathfinder? Oh, wait, are you talking about the anvil? Yes, I did do that. Why? Asked Grotus what it meant, but received no answer. Who are you? Forgive me, your grace. Surprise made me lose all my manners. My name is Yarmad Skej, a paladin of Torog and the leader of this group. On behalf of our whole clan, I thank you for your help. Ekin bows to the paladin, the father of creation. May he bless you, my son. And you must be Harem, the priest of Grotus. I've heard a lot about you and the unusual path you've taken. I would like to speak with you. You would like? Well, I wouldn't like to even see you. We have nothing to discuss. This is just what I need to listen to another sermon about Torog's greatness. The paladin replies to Harem's indignation with a humble bow. I am not so arrogant as to preach to a priest. Your faith is your choice. I am not one to question it. I only wanted to know more about your spiritual journey. In response, Aram only sniffs with contempt. Anyway, you safe now? Yes, your grace. May Torag bless the soil you walk upon. You saved us. The Skeg clan is in your debt. Us, we have no treasure to reward you, Roy, for your kind aid, but that is only temporary. Believe me, we find a way inside the fortress and recover the legacy of our ancestors. You'll see that no one can accuse the Skeg clan of stinginess. Ah, typical gratitude for dwarven clans. Just so you know, Jimmy Pathfinder, when they say they're in irredeemable debt, it really just means they're never going to pay. Aram sneers bitterly. Look at them, Jimmy Pathfinder. Here they are, true children of Torah. Greedy, conceited, unable to see beyond their own noses. They barely escaped death, and here they are diving into its maws again, blinded by the glitter of imaginary treasures. I contemplated making them leave, but let us allow them to stay and continue what they are doing. They are in such a hurry to dig their own graves, let us not interfere. Thank you. I see you've no love for your people or our god. Oh no, don't be so quick to frown. I've no wish to preach to you, but I believe you said you broke the unbreakable with your bare hands? Please tell me about this. I think I have an idea of what power lies within you. The searing palm. Aram's voice sounds dull and lifeless. Magic anvil in the desolate, bronze-shield fortress desecrated by trolls. It was destroyed by my fist as if it were made of sand, or wood that had rotted from within and waited to be touched or fall to dust. Yarmul pensively holds his hand upon Torag's hammer, which hangs about his neck. Yarmul, what are you talking about? What power hides inside Harum? The touch of the Unmaker. This is a rare, very rare gift of the gods. It's once in a generation. Can't say who grants it. Perhaps Torag. Perhaps Grotus. Perhaps it comes from some other source we know nothing about. It is the power to give death to things which live on beyond their proper time. That's rich. Any pipsqueak from our tribe knows how to break things. You Longshanks call it a gift. Build things created with a flaw, like this golem. Desecrated, like the anvil. Robust creations of dwarven hands that beg for death but must continue to exist. A dwarf blessed by the touch of the Unmaker can put an end to their suffering. Nonsense. I've never heard of this. Grotus granted me this power. Why do I have to find out about it from some paladin of a traitor god? A god of helplessness and cowardice. A gift of the gods. You can prove it or you admit you're lying. Yarmuld listens calmly to the stream of insults raining down on him from Harem. The latter has finally spent his breath. The paladin replies quietly, Yes, I can prove it. How can you prove your words? The touch of the Unmaker is not only the power to destroy. It can take the heart from an item. All the love and effort put into its heart by the Maker, mercy of Torag. Strike the golem once more. Complete the unmaking. Force its heart. Harem looks gloomily at the quiet golem, then shrugs and smashes it with his fist. The golem falls to fragments with a pitiful clink. Leaning down to search through the pieces, Harem takes a hold of a shimmering blue jewel. He examines it, then turns to you. His face is sad and baffled. There, a gift from Torag, be he damned. So what do I do with it now? Give Harem the heart of the anvil. The Torag's things are given to his servant. Harem hands the jewels to Yarmold. Thank you for telling me of my gift, Yarmold. Do not expect it will reconcile me with Torag, or with my people. If you find a way to find a way to make good use of it, fine. If not, it doesn't matter. You can keep looking for the entrance, or go back to your mountain. I care not. Yarmud lowers his head. Thank you, Harem. I will make good use of this gift. Sorry that everything turned out the way it did. I respect your decision. Try to convince you. Farewell. It's from the gods. Curses from the gods. Starting to think it's the same thing. But thank you for coming here with me. Probably wouldn't have even talked to this Yarmold on my own. But now I have much to go. Let us go, Jimmy Pathfinder. If these guys, they will. Alrighty. Well, that was simple. Alright, well, we got some things we need to take care of back home, so let's get back home. Black Ravine. We have until start of next month. And we'll finish researching. Okay, we'll have finished researching curses before then, so this works out. Also, while I'm thinking about what you're wearing, the full plate +1 could give you the breastplate of afterlife. Head home, please. But we want to stop to claim that source on the way.
Will I really never be as famous as you?
As famous as
We're
me?
working on that.
Probably not. But don't despair, you have your whole life ahead of you. Always remember, keep writing. And never for the desk drawer. Write everything for the purposes of being read and discussed. Praised, cursed, that part doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm not sure what they want me to do. I'm working on the giant problem, okay? Hey, Jathal, get to work on that. Like, I've got someone working on this, but it takes freaking 20 days, okay? I can only... It's being worked on. That's all that matters. Playing that. Some culture. We are getting cultured in this place. Enter to the throne. What's up, Jay? Jathal waves carelessly in the direction of Nasma, a petitioner. She insisted on a personal meeting. Nasma bows. The young woman is wearing simple clothes, but carries herself with dignity. My greatest respect, Ben. My name is Rickley Sharvin. I'm the leader of a small group of enthusiasts who wish to enrich life in the city. I come to you for two reasons. To tell you about our cause and to ask for your support. A while ago, an idea emerged in our ranks, and though there are many ways to entertain oneself in the capital, there are still not enough cultural events taking place. Artists are starved for money and audience. Thus, we decided to form a society for the appreciation of the finer arts. Each member pays a modest monthly fee, and in return gets to vote which event the society should fund each month. Just imagine, the community will be able to organize exhibitions, performances, philosophical debates, concerts. It's all on its own. We shall inspire our friends and neighbors, but in order to provide an adequate reward for our most distinguished artists, we shall need to attract more members and increase our funds. All we ask of you is a little support. Funds that you can spare will be most welcome, of course, but we especially need your help in founding and promoting the society and organizing the events. I a great effort to make this dream true. Thank you for your time. Please decide to support us. Send us a message to your curator. Whatever your decision, I hope your esteemed advisor will honor us by taking part in the opening ceremony. Boy, you don't know Jathel that well. Yes, support them, give them money, make them feel they owe you. Moving forward, the mixture of obligation and guilt will allow you to control everything that goes on in this society. Alright, let's do it. A good step, Jimmy Pathfinder. I'll write to the Asimar in the most bindings of sincere terms. The captain's usually untroubled face is dark with rage. Your Grace, forgive me for distracting you from important matters, but you're the only one who can talk some sense into these hotheads. They had an argument in the middle of the street. Yelled so much your subjects called the guards. They do about Lady Valerie. Evald hasn't done anything illegal. It's not like I could put them in jail. Valerie, explain yourself. Valerie looks down ashamed. I humbly beg your forgiveness, Pathfinder. Failed to control my temper and besmirch not only myself, but you as my leader. The girl casts a burning glance at the man in sophisticated attire standing beside her. Unfortunately, I was provoked. Evald the Silver Tongue. The man catches Valerie's glass and gasps with indignation. Is that so? So it's... forgive my manners, your grace. Allow me to introduce myself. Evald the Silver Tongue from Brevoy. It's a pity we meet under such circumstances, but... This, so to speak, sweet lady, insulted me, if you please, in front of my audience. Altered my performance and embarrassed me in front of the entire tavern. Will you please be so kind as to rein this lady in? Valerie is apparently trying to control herself, but telltale red spots flare on her face. Notice that someone pinned a disgusting pasquinade next to the tavern entrance. Something about a bright bird who lost its feathers. It's abominable insolence. Yes, I won't deny I'm guilty. I lost my temper, but who wouldn't have? Evald gasped with indignation. That's so? When I smothered this lady with exquisite compliments, I received only insults and jokes in return. When I came to her with gifts begging her to become the muse for my greatest work, I was ridiculed and sent away like a snotty boy. Now the moment I start to pursue my art away from this good lady, she seeks me out and says I'm guilty of spiteful slander. Oh, what shall I do? I'm but a slave to my inspiration when she's sent to me from above. Now on the subject of poetry, it's really not that bad. Evald, did you really write a pasquinade about Valerie? Forgive me, who would I be if I stooped to such low tax? I won't deny that the cautionary tale of this lady could inspire me. How can you listen to this featherbrain? Of course, in the face of justice, he's ready to disown his own parents. And if I'm allowed to continue, let me say that the pasquinade was devoted to the sad position of the arts and lands. Forgive my frankness. Anyway, the good lady is unlikely to understand what allegory and poetic hyperbole are. Don't even try, your grace. I'm afraid even Abadar couldn't get to the bottom of this ball of accusations. I will apologize to Valerie. Only transgression is loyally serving my patroness, the beautiful Shellin, who sends me inspiration, and never hiding this from a single word that's born in my heart. As my honesty and openness are so offensive to this good lady, then so be it. I apologize for insulting you. All my heart. Valerie purses her lips. She seems to want to reply to Evald's monologue, but in the end she changed her mind and just nods. That's nice. You let some steam off and work things out. So now I can let go. Hoping you won't scare our good people anymore. Your Grace, I'll go too, but please keep an eye on Valerie. I don't know what demon has gotten into her, but she's not herself lately. First, she just snapped. She started getting into fights with everyone about stupid things, and now she's dragged this bar out of the tavern by his collar. It might come to real violence. What do you mean hasn't been herself? She got defensive. Can't say a word to her. You've been careful around her since she... Captain runs a finger across his face menacingly. Close to ordering my lads to keep an eye out for her in the streets to make the common people's lives a little calmer. I think Valerie could hurt someone? Well, I wouldn't say that. The Valerie I used to know would never harm anyone without good reason, but Valerie seems to be gone, so I don't know what to expect from her. Thanks for bringing this to my attention. I'll try to help her. If I were you, I'd talk to the storyteller. But my lad saw Valerie arguing with him. No idea how you can have a fight with such a harmless elf, but she did. Alright, then let's go talk to our pal, the storyteller. What's up, storyteller? Captain Guard told me you had a fight with Valerie? Alas, this is true. Believe me, I didn't want to fight, but my fool curiosity wounded Valerie's pride. Apologize to her the first chance I get. What's the fight about? I asked Valerie if she still had anything related to the Eternal Rose Order from back when she was a novice. An innocent question, but she took it as impudence, or insult. Please don't blame her, I'm to blame for what happened. Been acting strange lately? What can I say? We are not that close. There's no interest in the things that matter to me. I prefer the world of ancient heroes and old legends. It's not the fuss that's all around us here and now. So I don't have an answer to your question. But I know that those who considered Valerie a close companion might be hurt by her words. Yesterday I talked to Lindsay, and when I mentioned Valerie, I heard sorrow and tears in her voice. The Tireless Chronicle is having a tough time for the very same reason that you wanted me to visit it. Go talk to Lindsay, then. Just a moment. I just got something. Lindsay quickly scribbles something in her notebook, then raises her eyes and smiles at you. Hi! How's the publishing house? In full swing. Press is working day and night. Turns out there aren't just readers, but also writers in our lanes. They keep bringing me new manuscripts. Some are even readable without crying. Notice anything strange about Valerie lately? Lindsay lingers, then sighs dully. I had a fight with her. A big one. Well, I wanted to talk to her about the best way to describe her hair color in the book, and she said my book is trash, and I'd be no better if I busy my time with... I won't even repeat it. She hurt you like that? Yes, I mean, wait. It wasn't her, it's just... doesn't matter. To be honest, Valerie hasn't been herself lately. Usually polite, though she can be cold at times, but now it's like she's changed. It's all after, you know, she got that scar. I talked to her before, and she wasn't very nice that time either. She got so spiteful after she got hurt. She keeps saying she doesn't care. Just don't leave without me. Okay, well, let's talk to Valerie. Because, come on, Val, what are you doing? There's no need to be a dick to everyone. Where is Valerie? Come on, game, load. I'm tired of waiting. Load now. Valerie is in her usual spot, I see. Valerie nods to you cordially. Glad to see you. Valerie, we need to talk. You've been acting strange lately. I'm going to bring up that scene in the throne room. Don't waste your breath. Neville completely deserved that speech. I know you had a fight with the storyteller, and you yelled at Lindsay. The storyteller... business of his if I have anything left on the order. See, imagine I'm still carrying Shellen's radiant face as a souvenir. As for Lindsay, she knows full well how her constant babbling about her book irritates me. Captain of the Guard said you're taking down random people. The captain of the guard thinks I'm incapable of carrying out my duties to you and your subjects. Perhaps he should change his armor for a judge's mantle if so ready to declare such verdicts. Why do you think the Pascanard next to the tavern was about you? What else could it have been about? The scribbler used to never leave me alone, dogged my heels, asking questions whenever I appeared on the street, and now, listen to yourself. Well, this is vile. I want to help you. I'm gonna wait. Girl starts talking again. Her voice sounds soft. Forgive me, Jimmy Pathfinder. I understand your worries. Behavior over the last few weeks has indeed left much to be desired. Why I'm doing these things. Things you're concerned about the scar. So typical of a superficial opinion, a superficial Forgive me. Difficult to admit I was wrong. Scatterbrain Lindsay's apparently right. Girl hesitates, lifts her hand and touches the scar on her face. Since it appeared, it's like the world around me has changed. Wherever I went before, my admirers, followers, and bards used to follow me around. Now it's like I'm completely invisible. Worse, see how those people talk to, trying hard not to look at the scar. It's like it undid me completely. I never seriously imagined what would happen if I lost my beauty. I thought my actions would speak much louder than my appearance. Having doubts. This and everything else I keep telling myself. You're letting your old beliefs cover your pain and disappointment. Let yourself grieve for what you've lost. I don't know how to be weak, Jimmy Pathfinder. This is not what I was taught. You know, when they buried my grandmother, I didn't shed a tear. My mother was frightened for my cold heart, and my father thought this was another reason I should become one of Shelland's paladins. But in fact, I simply didn't know how to weep over something I've lost. She runs, sir, fingers through her hairs and sighs. Thank you. Now I know what to do. If I don't know how to cry and wail, I'll do something useful. There's a lot of people I need to apologize. Yay. Gunzo. Alright. Alright, let's go stop by here. Do some kingdom management. +1 to culture. You're met with me. A brothel? What? Pristine. I like that. A cistern. Source of fresh water. Hell yeah. Erlene's magical rarity shop. Oh god, this... Okay, no, it's just one square. Adjacent to a tavern or longhouse. Alas, I don't think I can get it next to the tavern. Kobold quarters. We lose some loyalty, but we get relations and espionage. Ethos Library. Counts as a library. Okay. Put that there. Then let's make our... Oh, that upgrades happen instantly. Okay. Okay. So before we're ready to head to Varnhold, but before we do that, skip ahead about 8 days. They're the undead. On it. Need to get. What do you need to get on that? Support the Magisters. Endeavor. Support the Priests. Support the Curators. Get to work on that. Perfect. Oh my god. Take 2 crisis points. And let's support the Magister's Endeavor. Okay. Fox Hunt, got some loyalty, lost some economy, got a lot of culture. Finally took care of that. The Winged Menace. That. Treasure. Magister requesting audiences. Alright, let's see what they have to say, and then we'll head to Varnhold. A complicated situation, Your Great Grace. Dwellers in one of the distant villages have asked that we deal with your neighbor, one way or another. Can't talk sense into him, which is why they've turned. Troublesome neighbor discovered a magical charm in the swamps. Some ancient ruins, he claimed. Afterwards, strange things began to happen in the village. One day, a dead silence fell upon the old area. The day the sun seemed to stop shining. Everyone blames the charm and they beg its owner to give it up, but he refuses. Found it, and by his thinking, he'll be the one to decide what to do. It's dangerous to leave an unidentified magical items in the head of an ignoramus, all the more so when it seems to be causing such disturbing events. It won't be fair to just take it from him. Just we buy it from him, then leave it to our appraiser for examination. Do it, as you wish, Your Grace. What's up, Juby? Jimmy Pathfinder, it's time we discuss one of the greatest problems of the River Kingdom. Piracy and all crimes with accompanying it. You see, for decades the illegal trade of stolen goods flowed among the criminals and corrupt merchants of these lands, but now that we have guards in the harbors and along the roads, this illegal traffic has slowed, but only somewhat. Someone else might take advantage of the situation. They collect your fees, and don't ask too many questions about the blood these goods are soaked in. Traveler far and wide, experience has taught me that real wealth only gathers where there's no robbery or smuggling. Major trade unions won't want to deal with someone who promotes piracy. I warn against tolerating things as they stand now. Establish proper customs in your harbor and hunt down these lawless captains. Alright, do it. You really do need to get going to Varnhold, though. Right. Make me some more alchemical items. What did we get? We got another one of those. Oh. Disappointing. Projects. Gods. So, allows easier resolution, providing +2 to solving any problems with treasure, and this reduces the cost of some. As much as I would love to support endeavors and whatnot, I believe we need to do this before the next 161 days. So, yeah, we need to get to Varnhold. Out of here. Drop Lindsay and Harem. It's too long. But we also need to go. Just left. How's there an event? Oh, it. Go down to the city. Okay, before we take this on, back over here, you over here, and you.
Christian, you're looking at me strangely. What's wrong?
I see so much pain and suffering in you. Forgive me for not being able to lighten your burden.
He's fine. Okay, Warden needs our advice. Only assume. Okay, yeah, stability reached 40, so it's ready to rank up. Let's go kill some murderers. Let's go murder some murderers. Let's go murder some murderers. Tall and well-built half-elf with a scar under his left eye is watching with great attention. What a surprise! The man himself. Someone you never expect him. In the middle of nowhere. Allow me to introduce myself, your... My name is Indri. Half-elf bows to you, touching his weapon and keeping his eyes fixed on you. I suspect I already know. He answered still, to what do I have the pleasure? Who are you? Allow me to introduce my comrades by the campfire. They are followers of the goddess who respects freedom and pleasure from rules and hypocrisy, from excessive regulations and outdated attitudes. I'm sure you know. Talking about, we are the Calastian hunters, the favored sting. The narrow-minded might think us mercenaries, killers, thugs, but believe me, we're far from ordinary criminals. We're paid for our work, much like executioners carrying out sentences. We are, so to speak, wish fulfillment agents. I admit, I wasn't planning on getting to know you any better, but as it turns out, well, I underestimated you. So you found us. What are you going to do now? Lastrian hunters killing for revenge? This is how you make sacrifices to your goddess? Not exactly. But since you ask, my goddess favor those who embrace passion, whether spiritual or in. It is common for the narrow-minded to reduce it to sexual pleasure. Calastria is mistress of all manner of passions. Tell me, compared to the given their due, and someone who has crossed you likes choking up blood. Blood hammers in your temples, your heart bursts from your chest, a cry of joy escapes your lips. You are allowed to yourself to take revenge. Simply don't know true joy and divine rapture. You bring our clients a taste of this joy. They entrust us with their vengeance. In your craft, I'd expect you to be worshipping Norgorber, not Calistria. Not at all, your grace. Our delightful and gracious goddess couldn't be compared to that moody loner. Calastria gives pleasure in exchange for carrying out retribution. Is that not a pure and noble cause? You doing in my domain? We are here for a reason, Your Grace. I've heard much about your country's morals, so I thought you might like of us. I thought the likes of us might find some shelter here. Some work to do. Very well-paid work. It's like any ruler, you can't do without your law enforcers. These dumb officers are the reason we stay off the streets during the day. Guards in charge of the investigation, even the priests failed to identify them as murderers at first. Murderers at first? Is that a compliment? Thank you, Grace. Best, we do like to think of ourselves as artists, but you expect me to reveal our secrets. Don't need any new deaths, including you. I lands immediately, and I will let you go in peace. Such a shame, Your Grace. You seemed so promising. At least you didn't begin our conversation by swinging a weapon. And now I'll take my leave. What? Fail? Why does that say we failed? Why does it say we failed? I don't understand. Why did we fail? I think the quest glitched out. Okay. Okay, I see. We could have worked with them, and there would have been more stuff. But no, I don't think so. All right. It's time to make our way towards Varnhold. Wandering up huh? Be attended to before the 1st of next month. Fortunately, we don't have anyone available. They will be by the 1st of the month, but also need to claim silver. Try to avoid. We have not done much in the way of fighting this time. This chapter. Well, today, really. Overgrown cavern.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Stopping right now.
Eastian, where does Saren Ray live? On the sun?
Good question, knock knock.
No, knock knock. But once I heard a story of a powerful wizard that made his home on the sun.
Yeah, that one was just a story, buddy. Let's check this place out first. Hey, who's walking over there? Barbarian standing guard at the cave entrance calls over to you coarsely. It's dangerous to walk around. Better turn back. Mary answers something in Hallett, the native tongue of the Marian Kelid tribes. After a brief exchange in Hallett with Amiri, the guard switches back to common. Peace. Speak with our elders or spend the night together. Don't expect a free dinner. Okay, then. This. Take it. Mushrooms. Olga. Here. Ooh, cheese crostata. Okay. Half-orc woman sits by the fire. Her clothes are made of leather and fur, matching the rest of the barbarians. She frowns as she slides her finger along a map, crudely drawn on a crumpled sheet of paper. She lifts her gaze as she notices you. Huh? Yes? Who are you? If you're a friend, take a seat by the fire and let's talk. I'm Bolga, Tiger Lord's tribe. I lead this group. Bolga's gaze stops on Knock Knock. She chuckles. Quite a beast you got there. Ones like that we use for rags back home. Hides aren't good for anything. Ones like you I use for chowder. Like dung. Not good for anything else. Okay, well. Really? Have anything I want to talk to her about?
As it should be.
I am here to steal shit, and that's pretty much it.
Did it without breaking it.
Armor +4. Yoink. Do I have any need for braces of armor +4? Armor +3, but he's already got braces of armor +4. Is armor +3, but he's got braces of armor +4. And this is armor class 7. So braces of armor +4 aren't going to do a whole lot. Already got braces of armor +4. Alright, well. Then let's continue on to Varnhold. Can't claim that, don't know why I thought I could. Rotten Cave. Let's see. Oh, this has a portal to the first. So yeah, we're definitely gonna stop by here. A quick save.
All according to plan. In due time.
Go all the way up here. Path, isn't it?
Follow my lead.
Two ways in games.
That is not far.
Alright. Find on the other side. Okay. It is raining in the first world here. Oh my god!
In due time.
Please stop zapping Tristan with lightning. There is is a whole lot of nothing here, which is quite strange. No, hold on. Like, another side here.
As it should be.
Okay, looks like we can cross.
Let's finish them quick.
Thundervine, poisonous aura. What's that
Nowhere
about?
to run. I aim true.
Missed twice because of concealment, and he has a pretty nasty AC. Okay, move Knock Knock up slightly. Actually should have left Knock Knock where he was, that's fine. Okay. Oh, come on, we missed again. Boo!
A calculated risk.
Be easier if you not like
Damn, that did 0 damage. Reduce 10, okay.
Cannot hide from me.
Just cannot hit.
This will hurt.
Hey, we finally hit. God, this thing took a crit and it's still fine.
Bats. Not stab you.
I mean, it does have an armor class of 34. Means for Knock Knock to hit with a plus 19, he need to roll a 15.
Nowhere to run.
Let's try this way.
Which
And got him. Goodness me. 480 experience. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Due time.
This won't kill me.
Alright. Go,
That is not
Menace Storm. A light hammer.
Right.
Deals sonic damage. Grants the wielder sonic resistance. Thundering hammer. Very cool.
Follow my lead.
And then bracers of armor plus 5, which we might as well throw on someone, huh? Knock knock. Are more likely to be in the line of fire. Still, okay.
I believe I found something.
I did it? I did!
You can't
All
camp here if
according
it
to
comes to
plan.
that. It doesn't come to that, but... And if we need.
Me see, me keep. I did it? I did!
Sunflower, grant me strength.
Only not fight back. Best kind of fight.
Ooh, what? The what now? Okay. That's not actually too bad.
Knock Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Okay.
This should do it.
Bring it!
I aim true.
Guess do... No, do this.
Be easier if you not fight back.
Oh, Knock Knock is dead. Okay. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but that's fine.
All according to plan.
I believe I found something.
Did it without breaking it.
What's that?
I did it? I did!
Okay, that's... We can try this again. We'll be fine.
Blood for Gorum!
This should do it.
We missed. How? Because of concealment. Oh my god. Fucking concealment.
I grant you death.
A calculated risk.
Be easier if you not fight back.
Okay.
They go down!
Cannot hide from me.
Now do some Scorching Ray. This thing has a touch AC of...
Repent!
Yeah, we should be able to hit that.
Forced my hand.
Okay,
I always
Great.
survive.
Come here, Bax. Knock Knock stab you.
Let's
All
try
right.
this way.
I'll try to make this swift.
got the Black Fur Cloak. Gets plus 10 confidence bonus on all stealth checks and cold resistance. A lot. Okay. This... Probably something for Knock Knock. Because that's going to put his stealth at plus 37, which is, you know, a lot.
That is not far.
I've discovered something.
I did it? I did!
Dawnflower,
Won't
grant me
kill
strength.
me.
Okay. Crap, that's not good. Okay, but that's the way out.
As it should be.
Just in case there's anything there. Hey, Icarus, how's it going? I am also doing... The hell am I? I'm doing good too, yeah. My Endwalker queues so far haven't been that bad, so I've been getting in no problem, unlike a lot of people. Makes me quite lucky. Now I'm playing Pathfinder and things are going well. Where am I? I have popped out
Follow my lead.
somewhere very different than when I came in. Alright, yeah, Story of Season. That sounds fun. Okay, I am way the hell up here, huh? Which Story of Seasons? Oh, Peaceful Travelers, that's fine. I haven't played the latest Story of Seasons. Even though I want to,
In
certainly.
due time.
I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Show me your ways. Okay. Hammer. Ring. All those ring protection. All of those. Thought I had more to sell. I Bill. Yeah, I guess that's all I want to sell. You got anything good? I've already bought a Shock S stock, a Lycanthrope Bane heavy crossbow, Flaming Comma, Corrosive Vermin Bane Dwarven War Axe, Quenchless Life. That's scary sounding. Rat Catcher's Buckler. Okay, question. This has arcane check penalty. So, like, did I just buy this? This seems. Oh, no, I'm just questioning. Like, there's this buckler item. I buy this. I give it to my main character. I think that's gonna give me like +3 extra AC, which is good. I guess I didn't technically. 'Cause I do.
I don't need this.
I can't use it. That's why. That's why a buckler would be a bad idea for the main
That is not
character.
far.
Okay. Well, that was dumb.
As it should be.
That's fine, I guess. We're about back to the main road. And we're now at Varnhold. Okay. Let's rest before going in here and seeing what's up. Into... Everyone has vanished. Varnhold. That's the name, the Varnhold Vanishing. That does mean I can steal all their stuff without feeling too bad about it. They won't need it wherever they are. And it might help me save them, you know? We're just gonna make a quick...
I believe I found something.
Want that, and...
did it without
Sling
breaking.
staff? What the hell is this? I don't even know what a sling staff is. Weird.
Running won't help you.
Okay, Spriggans? What? Okay, I was not expecting this.
Nowhere to run. No strike wasted.
Which knife do you use?
Oh, my size alteration? Here.
This should do it.
They have become large boys.
Bring it.
E-
I aim true.
Not used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Alright, so we need to be aware of the fact that there are in fact bad guys around. What's this? The Heart of Ira. The wearer of the necklace becomes immune to fatigue and exhaustion and can activate the necklace or surround himself with an aura of nothingness. The aura is activated. Creatures adjacent to the wearer take 2d6 damage per round and must succeed on a DC 17 reflex saving throw to avoid becoming 50. Perception. It's a raven.
I did.
Bird is watching us. Well, let's continue exploring / looting. What's going on here? They didn't get the dog, though. Dog is still here.
Due time.
Dog, tell me your secrets.
I did it. I did.
Okay, bird is still following us. Uh-oh. Oh, that is a not insignificant number of birds.
Be easier to fight back.
Good. Kick.
Tear them apart.
Repent.
A calculated risk.
Okay. That was a thing. Scythe, a frost scythe +2. Ew. Never finished that bridge. Killed by a tree. One less fledgling woodcutter. Okay. Well,
Follow my lead.
that was not expect to have to fight. Arn really needs to build a bridge to his castle. Okay, there's a duck. Make out voices behind the fort walls. Interesting.
That
Okay.
is not far.
Well, take all of that and we can sell it. Okay, hold on. You are blinded for 3 days. Why are you blinded? We have a scroll of remove blindness. Sickness. We have a scroll of remove blindness. Very good. Oh, you've already got one.
Share your troubles.
Yes. Oxy. Yes. sound better ones.
Okay. You know, when I heard there were voices behind the wall, I kind of hoped it was Varn and his people.
This will hurt.
Come here, Bax. I'm not stab you.
You forced my hand.
They go down!
A clever ploy.
Nowhere to run.
Oh, there they are.
Let's try
Get
this
up there.
way.
Oh, that's a lot of them. Okay.
Which knife to use?
I guess fireball them? That worked out pretty well. Brigands aren't much, are they? Okay. That's nice.
I aim true. Let yourself exposed.
They let themselves explode is more like it. Can we
Focus
loot these
on
guys,
the goal.
please? Oh shit. How much weigh? 8 pounds. We're not close to being encumbered, so I'm not too worried about it. All those.
In due time.
Back. Best kind of fight.
Spriggan dodgy crossbowman, huh?
This should do it. A calculated risk.
I grant you death.
I'll try to make this swift.
Oh, you got close enough to bomb them.
Use a fire first.
This will hurt.
Alright. Take the opportunity attack to run up here. Yeah, so you can get some eyes on these guys. I think I'm
Cannot hide from me.
okay, you have to get into a weird position to attack,
Nowhere
huh?
to
Well,
run.
that's fine. This is kind of awkward. Yep. Alright, Knock Knock's able to get up the bridge, or the stairs there, that's good. So's
Let's
Jimmy,
try
perfect. Alright, we're
this
actually in a pretty good spot.
I aim true.
More dead Spriggans.
Quiet.
And more XP for me. What is this? Europe. We'll take it. Hiding under here. An ancient Cyclops core. Delicious. Perception check here, please.
Forget it.
Too dark to see in the well. Uh-oh. Okay.
Come here, Bax. Not
Do it
stab
the
you.
hard way.
Hi. I'm here to murder you. I think that's what I'm here to do.
This should do it.
Which knife to use?
Bring it!
Not what I want to do, but it's fine.
So it's come to this.
Cannot hide from me.
A calculated risk.
Not used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Let's
The
finish
string
them quick.
necklace. Are these bucklers anything? No.
This will hurt.
Be easier if you not fight back.
Primitives!
Friggin' fighter. Don't know where the fighter is. The crossbowman. Don't know where that is either, actually.
They go down!
Okay, wolf? Go scouting for me? Found him. Alright, back up.
Repent! Let's try this way.
Come here, not stab you.
Lost move up. Actually hit Jubilost, huh? Ah, that's not terribly surprising. Alright, run through. Knock that guy down. Good work. Okay, I did not see them before. Where the hell did you guys come from? And not... Wait. That wasn't great, but whatever, I guess.
This should do it.
Which knife to use?
Kill the crossbowman. At least one of them. Thank you.
I grant you death.
Okay.
Bring it!
Alright, things are going pretty well. Actually, I mean, Jubilost took a bit of a beating there that I would rather he did.
This is not the way it works.
Then
Listening as
knock
hard
knock
as I
open it.
can.
He can open it. They probably just have potions, right? Oh, I mean, potions are good. Put that quote on the box. Potions are good. Let's see what waits us in the house. Of course, more fighting. That is not at all a surprise.
Cannot hide from me.
Apparently these guys were all asleep
Knock,
and did not hear
enemies
the...
on fire first.
This is like a really awkward place for the camera.
A calculated risk.
Miri, up to that one, that guy, I guess, and
Nowhere to run.
shoot. Alright. Dog, run up, trip that guy, knock knock,
Be
Get this
easier
guy.
if you not fight back.
Will they ever learn? This will hurt.
They go down!
I'll try to make this swift.
this guy has a lot of health, huh?
I aim true.
He just does not want to die. Well, we'll change his mind on that.
Come here, not stab you.
Knock knock. It's too good, buddy.
Let's try this way.
Perfect. Alright, that is a lot of dead Spriggans. My favorite kind of Spriggan. Imagine when we open this door we will find more Spriggans. No, we instead found a trap.
Knock, nervous when watched.
Just try it again, buddy, it's okay.
Did it without breaking it.
Alright, take all that.
I did it? I did!
Of course you did, buddy. You're really good at this lockpicking thing. Take all of those. On the bookshelf. Make it all the same.
It wish there was another way.
I'm gonna you dead.
I am stuck. Alright, run you up to hit that guy. Would have liked if you had managed to trip him, but that's okay.
Which knife to use?
Spriggan goes splat. Oh, there's a guy here. Where did you come from?
It's come to this.
Cannot hide from me.
This should do it.
Knock Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
A fine use of my talents. Repent!
Really hoping this guy would be dead, but beggars can't be choosers, I suppose.
Nowhere to run.
Okay, there, fixed it. He is now dead.
You've lost a chance to resolve this peacefully.
And more Spriggans.
A calculated risk.
Welcome. Should have let my team form up, because we are horrifically out of position here. Now, they do a turn of prep work, so we have a little bit of a chance to kind of, like, do some stuff, but...
Tear them apart!
But, like, it's gonna take Ekin an entire turn just to get over here. Oh, that guy's still alive, huh? Thing.
This will hurt.
Alright. Make it go splat.
Come here, Bat. Knock Knock stab you.
Alright, that's pretty good. Well, if that guy wants to opportunity attack you, just kill him. Just make him dead. Can't do an attack of opportunity if he's dead.
True.
You forced my hand.
Let's try this way.
Which knife to use? That hurt? Good.
A clever ploy.
Right? Oh my god, that Spriggan had
I did it.
an obscene
I
amount of
did.
blood. Want of displacement. Very good. Not at all.
All according to plan.
Okay, so there's a way up. Before that, let's continue exploring the first floor. I imagine we're not done with the Spriggans yet. On this floor, at least. There's definitely more on the next floor. Why are we going? Oh, they were, being hidey boys. Okay.
I grant you death.
They were sneaking.
Knock Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
This should do it. A calculated risk.
Okay, that's a crossbow dude. Alright, run up to him, so that...
I'll try to make this swift.
Alright, you can't run up to that crossbow boy, so you go run to this crossbow boy instead.
Cannot hide from me.
Alright, Knock Knock, just move as far as you can. Jimmy's gonna
This
move
will
up.
hurt.
Ha! Primitives.
Bring it!
So it's come to this.
Work, Tristan. Well, let's form up.
As it should be.
Okay. Open this last door.
I've discovered
Hey,
something.
it's a treasure room. Give me. Yeah, I'll take some cheese and chicken. Love me some chicken cheese. First you make a chicken, then you add some cheese. Now you got yourself some delicious chicken cheese. Actually, that does sound good. I mean, it's chicken and cheese. What's not to love? Let's interact with this thing. Cool. The biggest Spriggan, scarred and beaten, bears his rotten teeth. I guess we can't rest even here. I bet you followed our trail from our den. Forcing us from our home wasn't enough. Now you've come to finish us off. Well, like, I will not make this easy for you. What are you talking about, dude? A guy swings his blade and... Okay, well...
Not more runner and talker than fighter.
I was willing to talk this out with you guys. I was willing to have a delightful little conversation. What do? You get mad and you want to fight. So guess what? Now you gotta die. Oh my god, you've got a lot of health, huh?
Nowhere to run. I aim true.
Yeah, well, meet knock knock.
Fight back.
Oh, I didn't even notice there were... Okay. He...
Tear them apart!
Tristan... Bone shake him.
This
The guy steps back, pressing his hand against his bleeding. Well, you got me, he hisses through his clenched teeth. Go on then, keep pounding us, pushing us back. Clearly taking all we had wasn't enough. What are you on about? You attacked the citizens of Varnhold. Think me a fool. You attacked us in our own home. And now you followed us here to finish the job. How could we possibly bother anyone in an empty city? Not believe you. Actually, hold on. Something I want to do first. There was an alignment restricted option there. I'm curious what it was. Well, no, I bet I do know what it was. Okay, well, I guess not. I guess I was a little premature. I was kind of curious if I could convince them to be my vassal, like...
I grant your death.
this should do it.
Tear them apart!
Knock knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Cannot hide from me.
A calculate.
Leave what you want, I don't care. I'm not going to make up excuses for the likes of you. I think the city was empty before you got here? Who cares? We arrived and no one else was here. Traps we checked for ambushes, nothing. Totally lit. If I knew you'd follow us, taking everyone even further away. Where are the locals? Ooh, eaten by someone, just gone. Left their belongings behind, doors wide open, anyone could walk in and take what they like. Let you go this one time, but mark my words, back to one of our towns or villages, I'll make sure you regret it. Think he will not risk it. This kin are no threat to the dwellers of Dunsworth. Chaotic, good. Hey, Court the Crimson Counselor. Enchantment, it's a +2 fire. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, you can spin Fireball. Okay, that's interesting. Fallen Warrior spooked. Owlbear Omelet. What the? Okay. Good. Letter with threats. Baron Magar Varn, I'm writing to you as your ally and well-wisher. And for my letters, the lack of foresight in your action. You're trying so hard to become friends with this Baron from and invite him to pay you a visit. You assure him of sincerity. You even send rich gifts. You have nothing more to do in your lands. I strongly recommend you to stop flirting with this upstart person and turn your gaze to the affairs of the day. Trying to cross the path with powerful forces that can reach you even in your own castle. You should know your place. With wishes of good health. Calm sleep. Your friend. Don't sound very friendly. Alright. Most Honorable Jimmy Pathfinder, I am Baron Magar Varn of Varnhold, and I am trying to inquire about the current state of affairs in your realm. Hope that no trouble or pestilence have found their way to your lands. Perhaps we could arrange an enabling meeting soon to discuss things at your leisure, of course. I would also like to request your aid in a small matter. A few days back, an adventurer by the name of Wildus Gunderson retrieved a mysterious bracelet from one of the ancient ruins scattered around Dunsworth. Gunderson kindly turned it over to my court wizard Cephal, who continues to examine it as it lies on the table before. Maybe the most peculiar thing I've ever laid eyes on. The bracelet is covered in angular patterns that resemble a labyrinth and is adorned with an inscription in an unknown language. No learned man in Varnhold has been able to read this writing or deduce which culture the artifact belongs to, so I ask for your aid. Please, if you have an archivist with deep knowledge of the history of this region, send them along to us to aid us in solving this mystery. I'm sure that your capital has plenty of such learned men and women. Perhaps one of them will succeed in reading the inscription. Of course, I will return the Vordakai, 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 Vorda. Well, that seems like a good sign.
All according to plan.
The bracelet's not here. Curiouser and curious. Notice a huge black bird sitting on a high fence by the exit, just waiting for you. It's a raven, glistening black, and one of the largest ravens you've ever seen. As you approach, it tilts its head and affixes you with a black eye. Look! That tasty featherback! Hit it with stone! As you're about to leave, you hear a cracked voice. Hypocrite. Fat, tasty, talky featherback? Talking bird right in the middle of a mysteriously empty settlement. You behind what happened here? Raven ignores the question, only echoing its last word. Hypocrite. What's the point of your false pity for these fools who you allowed to live? And gives a sharp call, almost a bark. No shelter, no family, and no homeland. Always on the run. All you did is prolong their suffering, take their pride, your chivalry. I don't care where they go or what happens to them. Worms wriggling in blood. Nothing concerns you but yourself. Deserve contempt. Nothing more. Why are you? Are you one of the thieves that lived in this miserable settlement? I stole nothing. Liar. This settlement was full of thieves. Now only a single one remains. You are you. And you know about the vanishing of Varnhold. Only that the people of this dusty village were thieves. Thieves and bandits didn't respect law and didn't know. Fear your beings. Don't dare touch that. It's their masters. Tar you. Not from Varnhold, but I will find out what happened here. You? What arrogance. What pride. Brawl. Do not follow one crime with another. Suffer saint. Who are you? Guessing you're new to these parts if you don't know who I am. Why don't you take to the air and ask around? Raven regards you for a moment. Finally, it flaps its wings, but a sound takes flight. Later is nothing more than a speck of light. Okay, well,
That is not far.
I haven't learned too terribly much about what's happened to the people of Varnhold. There's a spooky crow, raven, spooky raven. That's generally not good.
As it should be.
I prefer my ravens to be normal and not spooky. Or they didn't talk, because it's kind of weird when they talk. Have so many potions of moderate cure wounds now. Ooh. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. Well, you're now left with the question. Now what? I don't know. Guess. Let's head back home. Avoid the enemies. Later.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
You smell like a warm bed, cozy home, and food cooked by someone else. What the hell are you doing out here? Civilization has made you too weak.
Who's she's talking to? Jubilost?
But smart.
Yes.
The smartest. I'm weaker than a bear, but I'm smarter. Meanwhile, you're about equal to a bear on both counts.
You do realize she's smarter than Valerie, who actually had an education, right? Doesn't make any sense to me, but what you gonna do? Oh, let's see. What new events going on in the kingdom? Maybe took care of the Black Ravine. Alina begs for an audience. Strategist. Who's Alina? Alina is... Yes, she is the, barkeep. Right. To the throne room. We have a couple people we need to talk to. Melina's face is pale and her red hair is a mess. It's awful, Your Grace. Ekin is missing, and Natavi too. Wait, what do you mean missing? He was just with me. I was happy for a while after our fest. We're going well. Started feeling down, restless. To turn to family again, and then this Ntavi kept turning up. He talked to Ntavi the worst he got. She was whispering something in his ear, and he kept ordering more and more wine. Last night they left the inn armed to the teeth. Just stop him, but I couldn't. They haven't been back since. You think they may have gone? I knew for sure, Your Grace. There is one spot, though. A bridge over the Gudrun River. Travelers have gone missing there, and they say it might be the work of giants. It was close when some woodcutter told me about it. This woman dragged Ekin there? Are they get into a battle without me? Let them have all the fun. Go find them. As Your Grace wishes. Thank you. Let me talk to Julost. Jimmy Pathfinder, I never thanked you for your help with the inconsequent debates. Happy to do so now. Hope you don't think me entirely ungrateful. Hear anything about the riddle? Most answer your question was about the gnomes. Not quite, but I'm working on it. I'll certainly inform you of my findings. I must admit, such an answer is quite in the spirit of the Fae. Must lead somewhere, and I will find the trail. Learning how the riddle went again, and he's I'm surprised you didn't want to be freed of the Zopentropal spell. I'd willingly suffer it. Locks his hands behind his back. Well, you see, I understand well what the bleaching is, what a fatal effect it has on gnomes. Poor fellows were acting like that for no darker motive than desperation. Their foolish jokes allow them to live just a little bit longer. See, I don't mind becoming the joke myself, for a while, of course, and not if my life was being threatened. Let someone live a couple days longer. You let them continue their prank to help them. That's a worthy act. Stop, or you'll make me blush. Don't we have a meeting with an advisor? Yeah, the warden needs our advice. Ekin. Oh, right, Ekin's not there. Right. Okay. How are things with the storyteller and Lindsay? It's amazing, but they seem to not feel insulted by my rash words. But of course, I delivered them all due apology. Okay, stop by the storyteller. Okay, found relics. Okay. Right, so that should be some more money. Let's bring Leek along. Oh my god, we leave and there's immediately another event. Dead man's chest. 15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho. A bottle of rum. Okay. Oh, we unlocked a new advisor. No wonder my warden... No. Ekin's missing, that's why the warden slot isn't filled. Oh, damn it, that... Okay. Oh, he was almost done too, and now it's all messed up. Damn it, Ekin. Gonna have to kill this Natalie. She's messing things up. Gonna have to stab her. It's a shame, but it's the truth. Not good, but it's that big. I'm thinking about. I don't really know. Let's just get going. Oh yeah, we shifted to.
All according to plan.
Decided to look for Ekin to not miss any of the fun and the experience. It's not the fun so much. Well, I mean, it is kind of fun, but
Follow my lead.
I want the experience. If he's getting experience without me, then we have a problem. Oh boy.
Hope it not fight back. Best kind of fight.
All right.
Be easier if you not fight back.
No strike wasted.
I guess they didn't need our help. They got anything good, these giants?
Enemy approaching.
Uh-oh. Oh, big giant. Uh-oh, angry giant. Okay.
Come here, Bax. Knock knock stab you.
Oh no, you missed! It was a critical miss, damn. That's an attack bonus of plus 20? Okay, buddy.
Taste my fury.
This will hurt.
They go down!
The plus 19 modifier, so they need an 11 to hit me.
A clever boy. Repent.
It's no use.
I'm tired.
Okay, what's going on here, huh? Why are we killing giants? I don't want a war with the giants. Ekin wipes sweat from his brow and says, Pathfinder, glad you decided to join us, Your Grace. Oh God, so much blood. What happened here? Ekin, I was worried. Where have you been? Elena, how did you get here? I followed you, Your Grace. I couldn't wait any longer. I almost decided to come by myself, but then I saw you walking out to the city gate. Ekin, in the name of Erastil, stop! Imagine how bitterly you must feel now, but you can't wash away your grief with blood. Say farewell to your family. Honor their memory and let the gods have mercy on their souls. Then will you be able to start a new life. Lena gulps nervously and looks at everyone present. Let's all go. Been all this time. One thing. Killed the first two. Others ran away. But we drove them here again. Can't waste time. The giants could escape again. We need to finish what we started. You leave. Pay for blood with blood. A ghost of murdered innocents scream for justice. Fate itself has destined Ekin to be an avenger. What? What are you saying? I know it was you pouring poison into Ekin's ears. Hargite is dead. Isn't that revenge enough, Ekin? Never. Will never be enough. Don't let revenge drive you mad, Ekin. Killing these giants won't bring your family back, nor bring peace to your soul. Stop. On your the memory of your family as we should. Another day. Ekin's voice is resolute and firm. The hunt must go on. Always. Forever. I said idle. I know no peace. Come to your senses, Ekin. What has your life become? Enough! Who are you to judge me?
Let's finish them
Knock
quick.
knock more runner and talker than fighter.
Calm down. This was not part of the plan.
Yeah, Ekin's still really good, so that's the problem. Okay, first thing we need to do is level 9 fighter. He's a... Did he just murder me? What the hell? Just stone cold the cap in me. What a dick.
I tire. All according to plan. Focus on the goal.
Wash on. Wash on.
Okay.
Hoping not fight back. Best kind of fight.
A clever ploy.
Kill giant, please. Thank you.
Repent!
Knock-knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
This should do it.
Tear them apart!
I'm tired.
Blood for Gorham! They go down!
Okay.
This is going to hurt.
Get him, knock knock.
Easier if you're not fighting back.
A calculated risk. You forced my hand.
Let's go this again. Okay. Let's try again.
Let's
finish them quick.
You.
Fast.
This will hurt.
Come here, Bax. Knock-knock stat.
I will fight you if I must. I can. Oh my god, there's a red.
At an end.
Burn.
I'll try to make this swift.
Bring it.
Let's try this way.
Oh! It's nice.
Knock knock can do that better. See?
Oh, Samurai, I see your light.
Ow. Christian got owned. Oh my god.
Flames take you.
Tear them apart!
This should do it.
lighting enemies on fire
Will
first.
they ever turn?
Oh, one more, but he has not moving. Oh, yes, he is. Never mind. Slightly closer. Knock, knock. Behind. Cube lost move up. Eat him.
Taste my fury.
They go down!
A calculated risk.
And buzzsaw him. Easy peasy. Okay, well, Tavi's dead. As Ekin is coming to, he looks at you. Vacantly. Expectant. What are you staring at? Get up. Things happen between friends. Just be sure it doesn't happen again. Looks at you with surprise. Forgive me, Pathfinder. Lost my head. Won't happen again. Come talk when you're in the capital. Anyway, she got anything good? She's got 2+1 kukris, so that's a no. Natural armor +2, ring of protection +2. Okay. Another ring of protection +2 certainly isn't bad. Certainly not at all. Let's give you the ring of protection +2. Have natural armor +2. Can't wear scale mail, but that's not a problem. All honesty. Yeah, just taking the armor off and using the bracers of +5, you have significantly higher AC. Square medium. This allows a +3. Not actually any better, though. Yeah, that's this. The scale mail +2 better. Breastplate +2 is we can have you actually equip this. Get some energy resistance. Lets you cast days. This is just a +1. And that doesn't.
In due time.
Well, the giant leader had a great club +1. Take those. Are these masterwork? They are not, so. Alright.
I tire.
Yeah, well, you'll have to wait till we get back to capital.
Why don't we set up camp?
We're almost home. Don't worry about it, guys. To the throne room.
That is not far.
So, first off, let's reassign Ekon to his post. Well, I'm a little salty with him for up and leaving like that, but it's fine. Back to work on that. Where is... There he is. His dog's there. There he is! I wanted to thank you. For what? For helping me find the way. I understand, Ekin. You're welcome. Glad I met you. I can be here. Here I am of use. Decided had to be marked. Now, guard the new bow. I think it turned out well enough. What did you and Tavi do when he took you from the party? Thought. Remembered the past. Tell me you thought. He stops and turns bright red. Little on your plans for the future? There's no place for monsters in this world, so I will hunt them. My life. I was afraid to it for a long time. Fear, doubt. All that is gone. Left to solve. Torture with conversation now. We'll talk later. Got 2,700 experience and a composite. We got Downfall. Is composite flame and giant bane. Against a designated foe, weapon deals extra damage and it's a +2. It's a +4 bow. Oh my god, Ekin, dude, you should be making bows more often. Now, it does deal less damage because it does not do the 2d6 acid, but it's a +4 bow. He has a +23 to hit. That is a lot. Alright, let's go sell some stuff. Let's see the bill. Anything new to say? Decide to stay with us. Show me what you got. Need. Damn. I need the last part of that alchemy thing. Well, take everything like that, that, and that. Scale mail +2. Get rid of that. I don't have anyone that can use that, so sell it. Frost, so I mean, Jathal can use that. We'll hold on to it. Great Club +1. The Crimson Counselor. Who does not have an amulet of natural armor? There you go, buddy. Set up a spot for Ling, right? So she should have some food stuff. Your Grace, it's an honor to have you here. Now I can deliver all kinds of magical rarities from all across Galarian. You may order something specific if you so choose, or I can act on my own accord. As I said, nothing is impossible. Showed up and reveal your hand so easily. What's the real reason behind that? Could have had you thrown in prison, you know. Nothing escapes your eye, Your Grace. The truth is that it's risk. Our Contract is profitable for me as it is for you. Royal favor is the best insurance against the mob of enemies I've made over in my years traveling. I'd rather have your graces of friend than hire a bunch of bodyguards. Buy something right now? Sorry to disappoint you, but everything I have in the shop has been ordered individually. That's how I do things. Okay then, that's kind of thing. Go or center. Stop by the tavern. Nope. This isn't correct anymore. We don't have a plain rug. We have a giant owlbear rug now. Alright, let's talk to Lena. The celebration of the forest, she kept staring at Ekin, giving him a certain look. Yes, I did. Ekin's a handsome man. He's hard-working. He's got no bad habits. Friends in high faces. He's just so mysterious. He's so quiet. Only imagine, Your Grace. Don't ask me. Your Grace, the city is getting rebuilt after the bloom, but the people survived at such terror. And almost all of them I see in their eyes. I did to them, I thought we should cheer them up somehow. I can make a street for everyone, but I can't do it alone. The thing is, I have a very special family recipe. I'm sure the locals will love it. Now don't laugh, it's an omelette, made from a rock's egg. The bird is not really a bird, but a huge monster that lays eggs very rarely. Consider it a royal treat. Only a few people in the stolen eggs have ever tried one. Eat the people to such a delicacy, the neighborhood will be buzzing about it for months. And what could be better medicine for their fear and sorrow than something fresh to boast about? I know there's a rock that lives on Talentine, but it's a dangerous place. Offered a reward, but none of the hunters I know risk going there. But I know you could handle it, Your Grace. It's no task for a baron. What else to ask? Alright, I'll get your egg. Alright. So I guess back to the throne room? I guess we're just in a we're waiting? I don't really know. We went to Varnhold, he investigated, and I am not entirely certain what now. I do know that I need a bio real quick, so let me save real quick. Let me pause, and I will be right back.